welcome to the Dilemma with your host, Shantae.
And I'm your host, Gemini.
And we're based in Las Vegas, where the sin is the city. Please hit us with any questions or comments on Instagram at the_dilemma_podcast or Facebook at The Dilemma. And if you want to be a part of the show, please hit us at 702-605-4836. Casting hours are Mondays and Tuesdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays, noon to 1 p.m. Pacific time. Now jumping right in, the topic of the day is being taken advantage of. And there's a lot of us that gets taken advantage of at least once or twice out our life. Everybody, eventually be taken advantage of. But, if you're going to take advantage of me, I feel like this. At least let me know I'm being taken advantage of. At least take advantage of me in my face, where at least it was an option. Like, I gave you some money or something, or I allowed you to do something, and you just was taking advantage. But don't take advantage of me, when I'm not able to make that decision.
Then I wouldn't be taking advantage of you.
Right. So, going back like years ago, it was a while ago. I was still working at the bank, and I used to make a lot of money at the bank, like money. So I just kicked it. I did a lot of kicking it.
Right.
Going to the clubs, shit like that. And it was, most of the time I went out with my family or people that was close to my family.
Right.
So, I'm at my people house or whatever, we all getting ready to go, to the club. And, it was a day called $2 Tuesday. So, that meant on Tuesdays, the drinks was $2.
Period.
So it used to be packed. So I'm kicking, I kick it, at folks' house, everything, chilling. So everybody getting ready to go to $2 Tuesday.
Right.
So, cool. So, folks like, all right, hey, let me ride with you down to the $2 Tuesday. And mind you, it was just right, right down the way. It wasn't that far away.
Right. So,
cool. And when I say I partied. I smoked weed. I kicked it. I drank, kicked it, So, on this particular night, folks had, some drink, it was some drink, they call the lean. So, everybody know what that is. But I had never fucked with it before.
Right.
So, before we leave, it's like, hey, you want to try some of this? I'm like, hell yeah, fuck it. Shit, I'm with folks, I'm good, right? So I drank the little shot he gave me. Cool. We hop in the car. We get down the street, to the little bar or whatever.
Right.
Cool. Before we get out, though, he had pulled another little drink, and and drunk it, and it was a little bit more left. He like, you want the rest of it? I'm like, fuck it. And I drank it. So,
okay.
Mind you, I had never fucked with the shit before, So we get into the bar, and I remember going in the bar and, like, sitting down, ordering a drink, but I don't never remember even getting a drink or nothing, So, I'm like, all I remember is waking up on the couch the next morning,
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, the first thing I did was like check my purse, because I'm like, did I get robbed, because I ain't remember nothing. So I'm like, but I know I was with folks, so, I was straight, he must have drove us back, whatever.
Right.
So I ain't thinking shit. My money was straight. Everything was straight. Everything looking tight. All right, cool. Boom. You know, by this time, I'm partying so much now. Weeks go by, I'm just partying. I done lost my job at the bank. I'm partying so hard.
Damn.
Yes.
Own it. Own it.
So, now I done lost my job. Going to this other guy, you know, he gave me a job at his tax company. You know, so now I'm doing taxes.
Right.
So, you know, I ain't kicking it as much as I used to, you know, especially during the tax time because I was doing the taxes, you know. So, cool. Boom. So, this, like, when I did the taxes, I had a desk at the office and I also did mobile.
Okay.
So, mobile, I just go out, you know, put the information in the computer, and then at the end of the day, I'll come back to the office and put everybody's shit in and, you know, print everything out.
Right.
So, this particular day, you know, I had a couple clients lined up. So, I had sent them over, you know, sent them where my people was at or whatever, you know. Just met up over there and was putting people's shit in, you know. So, cool. Chilling. It was laid back because, you know, I can do whatever I wanted to do on my own time.
Right.
So, you know, so I'm putting the taxes in, everything done, everything legit. Cool. Boom. I'm about to get ready to go. But I had to use the bathroom. So I'm like, damn, let me use the bathroom real quick. So I go back to use the bathroom, you know. And now, mind you, my main reason for always being over there and, you know, even functioning over there is because, you know, like I say, that was family. That was like family to, you know, somebody else, you know, that I you know, held dear to me. So, you know, my people was sick, you know, I was going over there a lot trying to, you know, make sure I got my time in. So, you know, I fuck with these people, you know, and love them, you know. So, fast forward, I go to the bathroom, go in the bathroom, you know, not thinking nothing. I'm pissing. And this person just busts in the door. And I'm like, hold on, I'm up in here, you know. And he just come in anyway. So, mind you, I was still sitting I was in sitting position pissing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you can't just get up and piss.
Right. So I try to hurry up and get up. And I'm like, wait a minute, you know? Right. So this person just completely came in and just like had his way, right?
Right. Violated, kind of.
Right.
Like,
so I'm like, I ain't say nothing. I was telling them, you know, what the fuck is you doing? Like, nah. You know, we supposed to be like family and shit. So, you know, he did what he did anyway. It was real quick. Everything happened so quick. And, you know, I was like, had so many feelings going on in my head because I'm like, did this shit really happen? And,
right,
you know, what the fuck is going on?
Where
did
this come from?
You know, I was embarrassed, you know, just so many different feelings. Angry, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, so I ended up leaving, and I ain't even, like, want to go over there no more. But, like I said, my people was over in the area, you know, I had to go make sure they was all right, you know, because, you know, they was sick.
Right.
So I go over there, you know, like few weeks later, probably like even a month or two later, actually. It was a while, but anyway, I go over there and I see this person and I'm like, you know, I wasn't even going to say nothing about it, but, you know, it was just on my mind so heavy, I had to say something.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. So I asked them about it. I'm like, hey, that day in the bathroom, that was kind of fucked up. Because I was clearly telling you no. And, I'm kind of like confused about, our relationship now because, we kind of was close coming up, So I'm like,
right.
What the fuck is going on with you?
Right.
And I know, they was all over there doing their drugs and shit like that and different shit they was doing that I didn't do, just like the lean. I didn't do that shit,
right.
but it was other shit that I did do, but it just wasn't the same shit that they did, so you never know what frame of mind people on when they high too.
Right. Right.
True. So
that's true statement.
I'm asking him about it. I'm like, and that shit, it was fucked up to me. You know what I'm saying? Because you pretty much did this. And he like, well, damn, this ain't the first time, that wasn't the first time that we fucked. I'm like, what is you talking about? Right? Because I'm, it's over my head. But then I start thinking about it. And I'm thinking about the day that I had got intoxicated and I didn't remember nothing from that day. Right?
Right.
So I'm like, you talking about the day we went there? Yeah. So you mean to tell me you took advantage of me more than one time? Because I didn't even know anything happened that day. But I was fully aware of what happened in the bathroom, so it didn't excuse that. Whether I was passed out or whatever, and that's still, that's clearly taking advantage because, damn well if I was in a sober state of mind, that wouldn't have happened. So why would that have gave this person the okay to do, what he wanted to do? So, I'm explaining this to him like, but regardless of that day, this day, I wasn't drunk. I wasn't fucked up. I was clearly in my mind frame and I'm clearly telling you no. So that was a violation. You violated me. And, like I say, this person was a close person, he apologized and everything, but, and I accepted his apology only because, the closeness of this person in my life, but at the end of the day, I still can't fuck with this person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it was still a violation to me. So even though I've accepted the apology, it's like I still don't fuck with you. And once my family passed away, it was like, it was no reason for me to be around anymore.
Right.
So it was like, even though if I see you in the street, we cool.
Cordial.
But cordial.
Right.
But still in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking about, like, what you did. And I'm grateful that, he kept it real about what really happened that night, that I couldn't remember shit. But at the same time, that just made it even worse to me because I'm like, well, damn, that wasn't enough. You had to come back for more.
Right.
And it's just scary because it's like...
You got that comfortable.
Right. And it's scary because I'm like, damn, I remember times where I was getting fucked up around, my people and shit and just chilling and, like, being so drunk, to the point to where I couldn't even believe people was even allowing me to drive home like that. Because I